Ever find yourself like glued to your phone, scrolling through AI-generated images or like losing track of time in a chatbot conversation?
Happens to the best of us.
Totally. But while we're marveling at what AI can do, we rarely stop to think about what it takes to power all that magic.
Right.
I mean, we're talking massive data centers humming with enough electricity to light up, well, a small country.
Yeah, the energy consumption of AI, it's kind of a hidden giant.
And it's only getting bigger.
Yeah.
We've been digging into some reports lately, and let me tell you, the numbers are kind of terrifying.
They're definitely eye-opening.
So for this deep dive, let's unplug from the algorithms for a sec and plug into the reality of AI's energy appetite, because this is a big deal and it's going to affect all of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to kick things off, one of the reports we looked at really drove home this point about data centers. I mean, these places are basically the beating heart of AI.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. These data centers are where all the AI processing happens. They're essentially warehouses, some the size of, like, several football fields. It's huge, packed with row after row of computers working around the clock. It takes a lot of energy to keep all those systems running, and that's where things get interesting.
Interesting. How?
Well, the International Energy Agency, they're predicting that by 2026, electricity demand from AI data centers could be 10 times higher than it is today.
10 times. That's insane. That's like, imagine every Google search you do, multiply the energy it takes for that by 10.
Exactly. And now imagine millions upon millions of those searches happening every minute all around the world for all sorts of AI applications.
So we're not just talking about powering your phone here. We're talking about powering the systems that are starting to run our world.
Yeah, and by 2026, those data centers could be using as much electricity as a whole country, like Japan, just to give you a sense of the scale.
Okay, whoa. Just let that sink in for a second, folks. A whole country's worth of electricity just for AI.
So how on earth are we going to power all of this?
Well, that's the trillion-dollar question, literally.
Yeah. Companies are projected to invest up to $1 trillion over the next 4 years just to keep up with AI's energy demands.
Wow.
Goldman Sachs, they estimate that the U.S. alone will need an extra 47 gigawatts of power generation by 2030 just for AI.
Yeah.
That's like enough to power 35 million homes.
It's mind-boggling. And it makes you wonder, right? Where's all this energy going to come from?
It does. And it's pushing some companies to look for, shall we say, unconventional solutions.
Unconventional how? Do tell.
Well, Google, for instance, they've partnered with a company called Kairos Power.
Mm.
They're looking into using small nuclear reactors to power their data centers.
Nuclear. Wow. Okay, that's definitely not what I expected, but it does kind of make sense, right?
It does, because if you think about it, nuclear energy is clean, it's reliable, it's available 24/7.
Which is exactly what you need for something as demanding as AI.
Exactly. Now, this is just one example. It's too early to say if this is the future of AI power. But it does highlight how crucial it's going to be to find sustainable energy solutions if we want to keep pace with the AI revolution without, overheating the planet in the process.
Exactly. I mean, one thing's for sure, the race to power AI sustainably is on. And Google's nuclear option, well, that's just the starting pistol. Who knows what other innovations we'll see as this whole thing unfolds. It's going to be fascinating to watch, that's for sure.